Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it has been Barnes. Welcome back. Today, we're going to continue on our journey in Agua Blanca. Oh, the land of terror. This is the drink for today. We are going to be talking about the strength of the Holy Ghost, apparently. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. The date will be the 15th of January, 2023. Okay, so I just wrote an actual novel. I went to go add some pictures. It deleted everything. All of it. So pretty much I am very, very frustrated. To start, I want to talk about this area. The weather is pretty much ridiculously hot in the high 90s with 80% humidity every day. Then the last 20 minutes before you get into your house, it pours rain and storms so bad you can't even imagine. Let me just say an umbrella does not help. Then I go and take a freezing cold shower and eat the same egg sandwich every night. This week was really hard, full of many sleepless nights and many strugglesome days. I had this anxiety I only get when there is an absence of the Spirit. Pretty strange because my buddy Elder M was getting the same thing. He ended up staying up with me this 3 nights and talking with me about what the problem might be. I almost felt sick to my stomach these nights as well and didn't even know why. After these days, we thought maybe we were just being dramatic, but then that morning happened. Elder M's companion wakes up and he says he thinks the house has a demon in it or something. Turns out my companion Elder F had the same thought. Both of them experienced weird things when they would wake up in the middle of the night and experienced someone pulling off their bed sheets in the night. We then returned home that night to many lights on that are always off, and some doors open we always close before we leave for safety. We continued to then rededicate the house, and during the rededication, what happened in the front room, Elder O said he felt as if the spirits exited the building behind him. He said he felt wind and air blowing past his back and out the door. We all then felt much safer and slept perfectly fine after. I'm going to explain this really fast because, man, it was so well written before, but forget that now. Pretty much, I went on splits with Elder A, really cool guy. He calls me Bucky Barnes, and at the end of the night, admitted to me that he speaks English fairly well. He is the happiest missionary ever, and taught me about the importance of building a relationship with the person you teach. That staying there for 1 hour and talking 5 minutes, staying there 1 hour talking and 5 minutes teaching is better than 1 hour teaching and 5 minutes talking. Because the talking is what builds trust and makes baptisms. We visited like 20 families that day, and it was the most I have ever worked in my mission. We were going to go talk to this one family, but 2 times we ran into the wrong place at the wrong time. We were about 30 feet from the shooting, and people were running towards us from the direction they were walking. So we turned around and had to find a new way 2 times that day. Was pretty freaky. But pretty much my companion Elder F is really, really good at creating this relationship with others that we are teaching. So I'm just really, really grateful because I learned how to teach, how to invite, how to challenge, and now I'm learning how to love, to trust, to create a relationship of Christ. This is really important, and pretty much if I do things right, I could become the world's best missionary. Anyways, sorry this is a terrible email. I wrote a really, really long version with all these other spiritual thoughts and things that are really, really cool, but guess what? Completely gone, and I don't have the time or the spirit with me anymore because I am angry. I am sorry. Love you all. Please email. @themais. Ciao, ciao. All right. That was a quick one. That's the reason I wanted to do this episode today. Look, I mean, I remember this pretty fairly well. I guess I'll dive into a little bit of the strength of the Holy Ghost. I think that is referring to the house haunted and the feeling that I felt knowing that it was. So yeah, this house was really bad, guys. I don't want to freak anyone out, so pure discretion is advised from now on, okay? But there were many nights in this house we could not sleep. It was really freaky. A lot of things happened. More than what I said, because I didn't want to freak my mom out, and I didn't want to freak people out. I didn't want to share it with everybody, because I just don't want to, I didn't want to worry anybody. And I also don't want people to be like, oh my goodness, like, how is this real? Like, what? But pretty much Macumba is a ritualistic cult in Brazil from Africa. And there's lots of different kinds of it, but one of these groups of Macumba cursed our home, and they had multiple times, and that's why it keeps getting haunted. And pretty much they like sent a demon after us, I think, or something. And we couldn't sleep because literally like the Holy Ghost, like, so the Holy Ghost, there's 2 feelings for me personally from the Holy Ghost. One is like peace. It's amazing. Like the best feeling ever. Peace. Awesome. The other one is, whoa. You know, the other one's like heavy and like, hey, you. Like imagine someone like grabbing your shoulder and being like, dude, you need to get out of here, right? And that freaky feeling was in my heart like 3 nights in a row, no sleep. And there's an experience that happened that I don't even want to share. But anyways, really scary stuff happened. Okay, really like evidence stuff happened that like there's just no denying anything. And so this building is huge. It's the biggest house in the mission, and there's like a first floor, a second floor, and an attic. And the second floor is like all like totally open space. There's like bathroom up there, maybe 2. Tons of bedrooms, like a lot of space, but it's all dirty and nobody cleaned it. And it's just messy and horrible. And so nobody goes up there. But like doors would open up there all the time. Windows that were like, we never freaking opened these windows. We went up there and made sure everything's shut like 10 times. And lots of stuff was just happening in that house that was really bad. And you just feel the Holy Ghost saying like, dude, something is here. You need to wake up and you need to know. And that's why like you can't sleep. Like it's just the absence of the Spirit / the Spirit saying, when it's there, saying, help, like do something, right? Like, what are you doing? And so we finally took a whole day, and sorry, President, we took a whole day and cleaned out the entire house. Whole day. There's like a pile of garbage the size of the house, like just half of a room full of garbage out front of the house, just waiting, like by the dumpsters, tons of garbage. All this stuff. The house was a mess when I got there too, by the way. It's a disaster. And I, at the time, still wasn't having the idea of let me clean the whole house when I first get there. I think this is pretty much what taught me to do that. Yeah, we deep clean that house, and we kneel down in the middle of the main room, dedicate the house, and literally everybody feels the wind of whatever's in there blow past our backs and out the door. And it wasn't just like a gust of wind, because it wasn't windy that day at all. It was like a literal clear, just like, and it was like slow and like felt literally as if someone walked past you and left the house. So that was the most horrifying thing ever. I saw lots of other scary things and like things that I don't know if I saw worse than that. Like worse than that I did see. I'm not gonna tell you guys the other stories and things that happened in this house, but there was many things and it just wasn't ideal. It just was not great. Really, really spooky. Yeah, if you don't believe in spirits, you should, because they're real. So don't mess around with them. Freaking stupid. Anyways, yeah, that was my first exchange, I think, like outside of my area. It was really cool. Went to this area called Madureira, and we went to some crazy favelas, like really crazy. And we talked to like 1,000 people, and this guy was the biggest professional at just being a homie with people. And I thought that was so cool, because I was so locked in to be like missionary that like, even though I was like friendly and like whatever, like I was still so missionary. Like I wasn't, hey, how's it going? Oh my gosh, dude, like what's up? Like just acting like a normal person. I was still like, hey, how's it going? Like it wasn't like, hey dude, oh my gosh, how's your day? How's your wife doing? Like it just wasn't chill and like personality. There was no personality with me. It was just like, there was and there wasn't. It was just like, hey, how's it going? Like, hey, like we're just here to talk about the gospel and like a good smile. Like that's cool. Like, no, like this guy just would like literally almost walking the house, like, what's up, your mom? Like, what's up, sister? How you doing? Oh my gosh. And like, though it seems kind of like, hey, you shouldn't do that as a missionary, you should, because that's how these people live. They're in the favelas, bro. They're chill. Like, we're all just hanging, you know? And when you can match the vibes and you can love them the way they love you, and you guys can just hang out and they can feel that you're just like them, and they can have that relating feeling, and you guys can just have a good time. Like, that's a beautiful thing, and that's what I learned with this exchange. It was great. And we did almost get shot twice. It was insane. Yeah, we went to this favela, literally the same one, I think, or I don't know. We went this one way, and just on our way in, literally right next to us, like so close, loud. And I was like the first time it was like right next to me. I'm like, and this elder's like, oh, we should probably go. Like, I'm like, yeah, we should run. We should run out of here right now. And then the second time we did go back up, and we barely made it past where the shooting was that time. Boom, boom, boom. It was right next to us. Ran into this little alleyway and went and visited this lady, and she's like, what are you guys doing here? And we're like, hey, what's up? It was like so funny. It was bad. Just listen to the Holy Ghost, okay? This is one of many experiences that I'm probably going to talk about in this series of where the Spirit said, get out of here or listen to me. And so please pray to have the Spirit with you to keep you safe, and don't do stupid things. I did feel pretty scared, but this one elder had a little bit more experience than me and kind of knew. And I didn't feel the Spirit saying run. I just listened to him and kind of listened to the Spirit at the same time. And just trust the Spirit, be happy and love people and be relatable to people, and try to be as just caring, and don't treat people who act different like they are different. Like just because they're like different personality or different culture, like that's just how they are, you know? Like an experience I guess I had just recently, you know, my wife and her family are totally South American, and I love that about them. And it was just so interesting, the difference between them, and like we're on this like cruise where we can a little cruise on a river where we can look at Christmas lights. And we're chilling, we're having such a good time. The Latinos and all the South Americans are just so loud and laughing and talking the whole time. And there's Christmas music playing that I think was supposed to be peaceful. And today, and then there's half the boat's Americans and they're all just like this, right? And I thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny. And then I was trying to decide morally if it was disrespectful from the South Americans or if it was just dumb of the Americans and whatever. There's no debate. The debate is people are different and people celebrate different and they love different, and we need to celebrate that. Okay, so celebrate the differences you have with other people and celebrate the way that people show love to you that is different. Okay, because that is how you enjoy life. If you sit and nitpick everybody for being different than you and you get annoyed because somebody decides to enjoy something a different way than you enjoy it, that's where you're going to become unhappy, because you're going to care too much about what other people are doing and not just care about how to love people and what they're meaning to do, their intentions, the context of what they're doing. Okay, that's the advice for today. That's the focus of today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for listening. I really appreciate it. If you did watch, and please never, ever, ever, ever forget, you do in fact have potential for prosperity. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.